Hello, this is Sheshachalam from Astrogat Mysore. So today, continuing with the subject of combination of planets. So we have finished all combinations from Sun and all combinations from Moon. We have done till Moon Ketu. So that means we have already covered in the Mars section. If I come to the planet Mars, I have covered Sun Mars and Moon Mars. So there is the first planet Mars Sun and Mars Moon we have already covered, and then is Mars Mercury. So before anyone does this combination of planets and try to understand what actually the combination gives, we need to understand the karakattvas of the planet in depth. So that is why it takes a lot of videos in length. So I'll be doing split videos in 2-3 videos for each combination, because some combinations are tough to explain and they also have many variations. Like for example, Mars has a lot of karakattvas, and Mercury itself, it's a planet with lot of variety, and it acts differently in different positions and status, like in avasthas. So we need to understand Mercury. Understanding Mercury is a little tough, like as good as understanding Rahu. It's a very volatile planet, very flexible planet. So let us go into this particular thing of understanding the combination of Mars and Mercury. As I said, combination of planets can also be understood in another way, like understanding the lordship of planets. Like for example, Mars here is the lord of Aries, and again Mars is the lord of Scorpio. So Aries and Scorpio. So from there, from Aries, if I count 1, 2, 3, you have Gemini. So it is third house. Mercury is the third lord from Aries, from Mars's perspective. And it's also the sixth lord from Aries. That is Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. So it's the third and the sixth lord. Upachayasthanadipati. That is the lord of growth, lord of activity, lord of service. Third and sixth from Mars. So from Mercury, let us take Gemini. Mars is the 6th and the 11th lord. 6th lord because it's the lord of Scorpio, likewise, and 11th lord. So again, it is lord of Upachayasthanadipati. The Upachayasthanas are the 3rd, 6th, 10th and 11th houses. 3, 6, 10, 11. So it is 6th and 11th lord. So let me take it from another place now. That is Virgo. From Virgo, Scorpio is the 3rd house and Aries is the 8th house. It is the 3rd lord and the 8th lord, Upachayasthanadipati and a Triksthanadipati, malefic lordship. Triksthanadipati, which gives a lot of expectation and desires. And this from Scorpio, if we see, it is the 8th lord of Gemini and 11th lord of Virgo. So again, Triksthanadipati and Upachayasthanadipati. So this particular combination of Mars and Mercury is a very peculiar combination, because not many planets have these types of combination. We have Jupiter and Venus also there in this type of a setup, but we'll come to that later. We have Mars and Mercury, which is a very peculiar combination of either the 3rd house, the 6th house, the 11th house, or the 8th house. 3, 6, 8 and 11. Only these 4 houses are active from their own lordships. So that is how the combination of a planet will also react with. It will react to each other with regard to lordships. So for each lordship and each combination, you will have to make a video, then it will take too much time. So let us go with the general perspective now. We'll not go into what happens when an Aries Mars combines with a Gemini Mars, taking the Mula Trikona Sthanas and then making this combination, understand as to what this combination is giving to Aries, what this combination giving to Gemini, what this combination is giving to Scorpio, and what is it is giving to Virgo, being a different houses. Like for example, let me take Capricorn as the Lagna, then it will be the fourth house, the sixth house, the ninth house, and the 11th house. So how will this combination effectively give results to the fourth, sixth, ninth, and 11th for Capricorn ascendant? So this is how we have to see, go in depth. But as on date, this is I'm teaching you how to relate, how to understand, and how to keep it on the chart while understanding the results of a combination. Okay. Mars is an aggressive planet. I'll take only 2 points today, but two important points. Mars is an aggressive planet. It's a motivated planet. It's a planet which gives you lot of thrust, lot of zeal, the zest to do something. So Mercury is a young planet, curious planet, mischievous planet, youthful planet, very, very strong planet, fresh planet with lot of fresh ideas. So these people can become entrepreneurs. If this combination is well posited, these people can become entrepreneurs. They can be sportsmen, they can be researchers, electrical engineers, electronic engineers, engineers in particular, automotive, automobile and automotive spare parts, dealers, manufacturers, scientists, robotics, circuits, all circuits are controlled by Mercury, and Mars has the logic there. So they are very good in networking, hardware, wind energy in particular, journalism, law, debate. How did you get journalism, law, and debate suddenly here? That's because Mercury is the lord of communication. It is the lord of participation. A person who cannot control himself in a group and he would want to join, dance, rejoice, spend his beautiful time, youthful time in a interactive way. But Mars is not that interactive. It is logical. It interprets more. So highly logical, and when there is logic, there is argument and debate. So a logic, argument, debate, when it combines with a positive communication, a spiritful involvement, a lot of zeal and zest with regard to youthfulness, these people can become excellent journalists, TV anchors, show hosts of any show in the TVs. These are all great, speakers, very good motivators. So motivational speaking, this combination gives very good motivational speaking. They can be excellent in law and very good in debate. So this is how Mars and Mercury relates. In these are only small points which I have taken for today's class. And let me take another small point, which is, if Mercury usually is a very fearful planet. It is a careless, sometimes carefree, joyful. So people, if you have to be joyful, you need to lose your, you need to lose the consciousness of the surrounding, feel safe, and then only you can be joyful. Mercury cannot be simply joyful everywhere. He needs to know that he is in a protected environment, then he will be joyful. So Mercury in itself needs protection. It's a fearful planet, a planet which has a little bit of inhibition. It doesn't immediately go and open up. So that means this is another shade of Mercury, which shows that it's an introvert also. So what if an introvert Mercury comes with a Mars which is courageous, brave? Mars is sometimes, when it loses its shade of logic, when Mercury loses its shade of extroversion, it becomes introvert and very mild and timid. So Mars, when it loses its share of logic, that is the shade of logic, it can become a little fist first attitude will come. That is, they think later, they do it first. It's like the ram. They go and hit the wall without even thinking that the wall doesn't go anywhere. It hurts when you hit the wall. The ram doesn't understand that. So that is another shade of Mars, which is Aries. Scorpio never will go and hit the wall. It is full of logic. So Mars with Aries, all these things, when you do all these calculations, you can understand that Mercury Mars combination, these people can do adventurous things. Hiking, cycling, biking, skydiving, these people can do a lot of adventure. And sometimes, if Mars is weak in this combination, they go into risky ventures, doing unnecessary all circus over the roads with all your bikes, stunts. We have seen a lot of deaths happening. Not only his death, he will have, a third party influence. He will have killed somebody else also on the road, which is very dangerous and very risky. So I would always want to, advise people with Mars Mercury combination, please do not put your life at risk because you think that you are brave, courageous, and you would want to do an adventurous thing suddenly. So these people are fearless. If Mercury thinks that it is protected and Mars is there to protect it, these people feel that there is an armor of God around them, and they feel that nothing can happen to them, and they do everything. God bless, very dangerous acts, which are actually dangerous at that age without any protection and without any skilled advice. They see something on the TV, they see something on the internet, and they try to impersonate the same thing or duplicate it, do it, act it, and they break a bone. Only then they will understand. So Mercury irresponsible, when another shade of Mercury is irresponsible, and Mars is like uh, having a lot of thrust, lot of energy, lot of throttle. So dangerous combination. So I will finish at this point, and I will continue another few significations and merge it so that you people can understand it very well. So thank you very much for today's class.